G'day, how you going? Ben Futrell here, co-founder of Max My Profit. And today we're going to be answering the question about how to go about choosing the right business coach for you. Now, one of the things that a lot of people get a bit confused about is whether, how they should go about choosing the right coach. And hopefully everything's working. I've got a few errors coming up on my screen, but it appears to be working. Let me know in the comments if it is working. That would be good. I think it is. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you today about how to choose the right business coach for you because it can be a little bit confusing. There's a lot of coaches out there, and some of those coaches may not be the right fit for you. And it's about understanding what is important when it comes to choosing a business coach. Now, a lot of people think that they have a good idea, which is great. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to challenge you a little bit in the way that you may select somebody to work with and get you thinking a bit differently or asking better questions when it comes to selecting a coach. Now, the first thing I will say, though, is congratulations on considering working with a business coach. It's probably one of the best things that you could do when it comes to building and growing your business. If you think about it like, the gym, if you were to go to the gym and you didn't have a personal trainer, there would be days where you just didn't turn up. There'll be days where you didn't work out as hard as you would if you had a personal trainer pushing you. And the same thing is true when you have a coach. There's no doubt that you'll still build your business, you'll still survive, you'll still get by, but will you go that little bit further? Will you drive yourself that little bit harder? Probably not. And so coaching is about helping you do that. And, I've seen some great examples of where, we've seen a great business or a good business turn into a great business by working with one of my team, with one of my coaches. Now, before I do dive deep into helping you choose the right coach, if you're wondering how much business coaching costs, I've put a link in the description. You can head across to maxmyprofit.com.au. You'll see there is a download there for you to be able to understand exactly how much our programs cost and what benefits you'll get by working with one of our coaches. So feel free to download that, but the link is in the description, which will make it nice and easy for you to be able to go and grab that. All right, so let's talk about how to choose the right coach. Well, first of all, I think you've got to ask yourself, what are you expecting from a business coach? What are you looking for if you've decided to get a business coach? The best question to ask yourself is, what do you feel like is missing or broken to stop you from achieving your goals on your own? And that might help you understand what it is you're looking for in a coach. So think about where you'd like to be in 12 months' time. Is there a particular thing you want to achieve? And then asking yourself, what is currently missing or broken that's stopping me from achieving that? And it may be knowledge, it might be motivation, it might be confidence, it might be money, it might be the team, whatever it might be, right? But you need to work out what it is that's missing or broken. Then say to yourself, can I get that done on my own, or do I feel like I need somebody to help me get there? And that really is the first questions you need to ask yourself is, am I coachable? Am I going to be willing to listen to somebody else? Am I going to be willing to to bear all, to be vulnerable? Because to be coached, you need to be vulnerable. You need to be willing to do that. So once you've done that, then you can start working out, how do I go about deciding on the right coach? Well, first of all, you could search online, right? There's lots and lots of resources online. You could use LinkedIn, and you'll find pretty quickly that you'll be overwhelmed with the choice. You'll be surprised how many people tell you that they are the number one business coach in the country. Always amuses me how many number ones there is. Nobody says they're number two, but let me tell you, there's plenty of number twos, three, four, five, and so on, because there's 45,000 business coaches in the country. So do a bit of a search, but then do a bit of research. Make sure you meet with them. I always say meet with your coach. Have a meeting, whether it's with your coach or with the organization, the coaching organization. Make sure you have a meeting and you suss them out, and they should be sussing you out at the same time. And if at any time they feel like they're doing some pushy sales on you, then they're probably not a good fit for you, because coaching is not something that can be sold to. It's something that you've got to enroll in. It's something that you've got to be invested in. Okay, so it's a bit like enrolling in a university course, for example. You're not going to want to do it if it's not something that you're invested in. So you want to be really invested in it. So my first thing would be say, meet with your coach. But if you feel like they're really being quite assertive and pushy and trying to convince you that coaching is right for you, or convince you that they are the right coach, then they're probably the wrong coach, because they shouldn't have to convince you. You should have to convince them that you're an ideal client. Okay, that's the way I like to position it when I talk to somebody. I'm not there to convince you. I'm not there to wow you. I'm not there to trick you with any sales tricks. What I'm there to do is to find out if you can convince me that you are coachable and for the long term. Okay, we don't have any magic wands to fix things quickly. The second thing is that when you do have this meeting, the coaches are really good listeners. A good coach is a good listener. So if you are doing all the talking and they're doing all the listening, then you're probably onto a good thing. However, if all they're doing is talking and telling you about how good they are and what results they get and how amazing their systems are, then they're probably not a great coach, because a good coach does a lot of listening and a lot less talking. Okay, when it comes to a coaching relationships, you want to make sure you do that. You'll also want to find somebody that has business building experience. Now, it's not vital that they've built a bigger business than what you're thinking about building, but it is vital that they've got some experience. I'm in my 20th year of business coaching, and I can honestly say, hand on heart, I have built many, many businesses. I've also failed at a couple as well. So I've got the runs on the board. I've got the scars as well from the battles. When it comes to coaching, you want a coach that can empathize with you, that has been down that path before, and that you can leverage off of their experience, because really that's what you're looking for. You're looking for shortcuts. Now, I use that word sort of sparingly, but you're looking for shortcuts in the lessons. Okay, so when you bring a coach on, you want someone who's run the race before and had the issues that you may be facing as you grow your business, and be able to help circumvent that as you grow your business. So you've got to have some business building experience. If they're not asking, look at your profit and loss statement. If they're not asking questions about, team members, roles, responsibilities, KPIs, targets, etc., your target market. If they're not asking questions like that, then they're probably not a great coach. They need to understand business and a good business acumen. The next thing is, you need somebody who, one of the mistakes I see people make when they choose a business coach is they pick someone that they really like. Now, it's important that you can get on, but you're not hiring a friend. What you want is somebody who's going to be willing to push you out of your comfort zone, someone that is going to drive you to do, things that you probably wouldn't do unless it was for them pushing you, right? So you want an unreasonable friend. You want somebody who is going to be there to hold you accountable, but also to stretch you, to make you, think outside the box, for want of a better term. And that way you can know that, that person is going to be willing to make you uncomfortable. And that's one of the biggest challenges for business coaches. I say to all my coaches, you've got to be comfortable making people uncomfortable. And until you get there, you won't be a great coach. The next thing is, when you're thinking about choosing a business coach, don't necessarily think you need to have somebody with industry experience. I hear this a lot, and I think it's important that it can be helpful. I won't say it's not helpful, but it can be just as helpful to have someone who has little or no industry experience. And the reason I say that is because the reason that you may be stifled and stuck or plateaued in your business is you've got your own industry blinkers on. And an industry specialist coach can also have those blinkers on, and they won't try things that are outside of the normal for that industry. Now, some industry knowledge is sometimes key because there are, the laws or regulations or products or custom, it just shortcuts things. But don't think that that's a deal breaker, right? So when you're thinking about choosing a coach, be open to talking to people that don't have any industry experience. I think that's really important. I think if you're looking to really fast track your results as well, group coaching is something that a lot of people consider because it's usually a lot more affordable. But group coaching, you've got to remember, will only move as fast as the slowest person. So group coaching can be good, particularly if you're a smaller business. Okay, so if you're just trying to get the basic fundamentals down pat, group coaching can be great. If you're looking, though, to really fast track your own results, then you need to look at one-on-one. And so as you choose your coach and you're looking at investment levels, don't look at that as an expense. Look at what return on investment will you get, because you could do a group coaching program, for example, for maybe $1,000 a month or $500 a month, but if it's not tailored to you and your coach is not 100% devoted to working with you and helping you grow your business because they've got 10 that they're looking after all at once, then the return on investment might be slower than if you were spending $3,000 a month on a dedicated coach for you. Okay, so, I know that scares a lot of people when they look at investing $2,000 or $3,000, or, I've had clients pay me upwards of, over $10,000 per month to coach them and their team and their business. it's a big investment. There's no doubt about it. But if you're getting a return, it's worth every dollar. And my word of advice is most people that invest more get a quicker return on investment. That is, they get the results faster. Now, you've got to be the right business and at the right, I guess it's got to be the right timing for you in your business, but certainly something for you to consider as you're choosing a coach. The other thing is to understand that results aren't guaranteed. So if a coach is guaranteeing results, is saying that they can do something in 90 days, or just these claims of 10xing your turnover in a short period of time, I'm just gonna call bullshit on that, because I've been in this game 20 years. It's really good marketing. They know that you would like to get there as fast as possible, so they use this in their marketing strategy to attract you, to make you have this desire to want to buy from them. But I want to tell you right now, I won't take on a single client that doesn't commit for at least 12 months. And the reason for that is because if you think about how long you've been running your business and where you've got it to, how can you expect anybody to help you change that in 3 months? Now, you'll see some changes, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be the big dramatic changes that they promise in their marketing. So be really careful about that if you're seeing these over-promising, which I know most of you already are. If it sounds too good to be true, it normally is, right? So just be careful of that. And I'll just finish up on this. I think that, the only failure is the failure not to do anything, right? So if you're considering doing coaching, give it a go. At the very worst, you're going to learn something for the investment that you make. Okay, you're going to learn about yourself, you're going to learn about your business, you're going to learn a bit more about business, you're going to learn about marketing, you're going to learn about finances, leadership, systemization, etc. So you're going to learn something. You will get value for money. And I'm yet to meet a client that didn't get value for money. To be 100% honest with you, even the clients that say they don't feel like they got value over the last 20 years, I guarantee you they got value. They just haven't been able to quantify it, right? Which is sometimes difficult. A lot of things that are valuable are intangible, right? How do you quantify having the knowledge to be able to hire somebody more effectively? Or how do you quantify the knowledge of being able to lead your team more effectively to get a better output? And it's easy to go, well, that might have happened anyway, right? But I can guarantee you that pretty much if you get coached, you're going to get a benefit from it, no matter who coaches you, because you're going to learn something. If you really want to get a good return on investment, you do need to pick somebody who is going to hold you accountable, make you uncomfortable, help you put your strategies together, has a good a business background and a background in coaching. You want somebody who's got the runs on the board that can help you. One of the biggest dilemmas in this industry right now is it's not regulated, which means that anybody can become a business coach. And it's always been that way. And, when I began, I probably didn't have the cred to be coaching people. Of course, 20 years down the track, having helped many, many people build their amazing businesses to the point where they don't work in them, I've got that experience, and there's many coaches that do. So when you choose a coach, make sure you find somebody like that. So hire somebody that has got the runs on the board that is going to help you. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope that was helpful, and that you got some value out of maybe it's helped you just understand a bit more about some of the questions that you could ask, so you can ask better questions when you're considering it. The worst question you can ask is, how much does it cost? Now, having said that, I'm offering that free download where you can go download all my programs, all the different cost structures, and exactly what's included, so you can get a feel for that. But what you should be asking, a better question is, what return on investment will I get from this if I really dedicate myself to coaching? All right, all the best with your business, and hopefully I see you at some stage in the future. Cheers.